Hey, how's it going, everyone? Today I'm going to be talking a little bit about Mousterian retouchers, and I'm going to show you how to use them. So, first off, I'll show you. This is what most modern flint knappers use. It's called a Antler Billet, and I'm sure if you flint knap, you know that you take the piece and you simply just strike off an edge, and it produces flatter, longer flakes than per se a hammerstone. But I'm talking about Mousterian retouchers. So these are my Mousterian retouchers. I have one more that I use for more pressure flaking and precise work. In a previous video, you've seen me make these. And it's sort of the same concept. You can see where I've been using it a lot right here, and then again up right here. And this is basically just a raw cowbone that has been smashed in between two rocks. So I'm going to now show you some examples of tools that I have resharpened, my own personal tools. A chopper that's been heavily retouched. I use this for woodworking mostly, but it could also be used as a scraper. A chunky Levallois blade. I'm not sure how well you guys can see this. All that is retouch work. Same right here. And this is Onondaga. I'm not sure if I said this, but this is Georgetown. And this is Onondaga Church. And here's one more tool. It's a big Mousterian blade. It's not as heavily retouched because I don't use this as much. But it's got a little bit of retouch along the tip, which is very which is typical for Mousterian blades. They're usually retouched along the tip. And then the last one I'll show you is this big chunky Levallois blade that I got. This is Georgetown. And then there's again retouch work along the edge, or the tip, sorry, and then a little bit on the edge. Now the piece I'm going to be demonstrating on today, let me just wipe this off real quick. Sorry about that. So the piece I'm going to be showing you today is just a flake tool. It's made from Onondaga. As you can see here, there's edge damage. So I just got to retouch it. So let's just jump right into it. So literally all it is, you're not trying to destroy the edge, you're just tapping it. And as I said that, I'm destroying the tool. Now, a lot of it's going to chip off. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's very thin right here, and then it's very bulky. So a lot of it's going to end up snapping off. But all we want is a good working edge again. Oh, I'll try to change my angle a little bit. You want to get your finger under there. And that's pretty much going to do it. Now we just have basically a reclorer or a scraper. I'm gonna stop this and then flip the video around so you guys can get a better look. But just like that, we have another usable tool, and the blade can keep being retouched. Now, a thing on Neanderthal tools is they're not very pretty. They're not very uniform. In fact, let me pause this and I'll go compare my work to an actual artifact. Alright, so here is a authentic Neanderthal artifact from Dordogne, France. You can see the edge is not perfect. The retouch work is not perfect. And I think this is called a transverse scraper. And the way it'd be used is you hold it right here and you scrape the animal hides. Now here's mine. Obviously mine's not as big, but you get the point. Neanderthal tools aren't very pretty. They're just made to work. Utilitarian tools, I think they're called. So now let me flip the camera over and you can see the whole thing. So here is the finished scraper, or reclorer, whatever you want to call it. This is all retouch work that you just saw. There's the angle, the edge angle I should say. And like the ones I've handled, the center line is not perfect. It's got some nice colors in it, this piece. Very interesting patterns down here. Some black lines. I don't know what those black lines are, but they always add to the piece. That's the limestone cortex. And here's an authentic one. As you can see, the center line's not perfect. There's the edge angle. And I feel like this one was dropped because you couldn't really, I mean, I'm sure you could retouch it a few more times, but it was getting pretty steep, pretty heavy, and I'm sure they used a tool very similar to this one to retouch them. So right there is pretty much where the bulk of the impacts are coming from. This piece is getting a little too thin to use down here, but occasionally I use it. This one hasn't got as much use because I'm perfectly happy with this one right now. And it's cowbone. So that was my demonstration on Mousterian retouchers. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys later.